How do you vertically center text in a NativeScript label on Android? The vertical align CSS property doesn't quite work for NativeScript labels running on Android when it comes to centering the text. And in this video, I'll show you a workaround that'll make it work. Let's check it out. What's going on, folks? This is Alex from nativescripting.com. I have a NativeScript hands-on UI course over there that shows you how to use all the NativeScript widgets. So go ahead and check that out and see the link in the description down below. And if you want to learn more about NativeScript, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss a thing. By the way, do you develop iOS or Android first? Or do you develop them at the same time? Hit me up in the comments and let me know. I usually style my NativeScript apps on iOS first, and then I go for Android after that. And sometimes I get a surprise, especially when text inside my labels doesn't align consistently across platforms. Now, this isn't a problem with horizontal alignment. The text align property works just fine. But it is a big problem with the vertical align centering. Let's see how we can take care of this. Alright, here's my Hello World NativeScript app. All I have here is just a label that says tap the button. And we're using the NativeScript theme classes here, H1 and Text Center. Let's take a look. Here it is on Android, here it is on iOS. There's the button, looks great. Okay, what if I wanted to style my label? So I'm gonna go in here. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of these styles and keep the import. And I'm gonna style the label globally. I wanna give it a background color. Let's give it a background color of aqua and a height of 200 and a width of 300. Nice big chunky label. Let's take a look. All right. Wait a minute. What just happened here? Okay, on iOS we have the label. It's centered vertically and horizontally, but on Android, what's up with that? It's not centered vertically at all. Well, we have this H1 and Text Center class coming from the theme. Maybe it's not working. Let me remove these classes and let's see what that gives us. Okay, so the centering was actually helping us center the text horizontally at least. I think we can probably get that with the text align property, right? That's coming from the web world. Text align center. Let's give it a font size of 30. Okay, good. So we're back to horizontal centering. But we still don't have vertical centering on Android, and this kind of looks weird. How do we fix this? Is there a vertical align here? Middle? Let's try that. Nope, not working. What if we apply vertical align right to the label? Middle. Nope. What if we try center? I've seen some people try that one. Not working either. What if we try vertical alignment? Nope. Middle. Nope. You can see where I'm going here. Nothing I'm going to try is actually going to make this label move to the middle, which is pretty annoying. But there is a workaround for that. I'm going to use a loaded event on the label because all views have a loaded event. And let's head out to our code behind file, which is this mainpage.ts. And I'm going to export a function called onLabelLoaded with args, and that's event data in the args. And args has an object, which is the label itself. So I'm going to cast it to the label. I need to import label so that TypeScript knows all the ins and outs. And that's coming from TNS Core Modules UI label. Great. Now for Android, there is a specific API we need to use in order to center the label. We're going to talk directly to the native Android API here. So we're going to check to make sure we're running on Android. Otherwise, if you do this on iOS, it's going to crash. So there is a way to check if we're on Android. It's the isAndroid function. And notice if I'm using TypeScript here with Visual Studio Code, you can see that we can auto import that from platforms. So I'm going to click on that. It gets auto imported right here. Actually, this is coming from Page, and this is still going to give you the valid value. But the isAndroid property is actually set in platform. You know what? To be explicit about this, I'm going to go ahead and import isAndroid, and that's going to come from TNS Core Modules platform. All right. So if we're running on Android, we're going to go to the label. We're going to look at its Android property, and we're going to call setGravity. And there's some constants you can pass into setGravity. Now, the constant we want to pass is an enum, and it has a value of 17. I know, it's weird, and bizarre, but that's how you do it. Let's take a look. Hey, look at that. We have the label text centered inside the label. So you say to me, Alex, how'd you know that this was going to be 17 in here? Well, I knew because I went to the NativeScript forum and I saw Shiva Prasad's message about that, where he shares his tips and tricks. Well, if you come up with your own scenario and you want to use a different gravity value here, you can also check out the Android documentation. Here's the gravity API, and you can see all the different constants you can set. Axis clip, pull after, blah, 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 blah. There's center right there. Center horizontal, center vertical. We're using this center right here. So if I click on that, we're going to go to the API and you can see that center right there. It's a final int and it has the constant value of 17. So there you go, folks. You can check out this API for other settings for your labels or for other Android settings. All right, folks, there you go. It's not pretty. It's a little bit ugly, I gotta say, but it works. And I hope the NativeScript team implements the vertical align centering property on labels soon. But until then, we can use this trick. So how about you? Do you style on iOS first or on Android, or do you do them at the same time? Let me know down in the comments, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'm @DigitAlex. And subscribe to this channel. Make sure you ring the bell so you get notifications and you never miss a thing. And I'll see you in the next tip, trick, and tutorial about NativeScript. Later.